ask you about the greatest single play or game plan ever run against you.
The one I remember the most, I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was my first year coaching, and we had a team in Orlando that no one really could shoot. No one caught on to it for the most part until Sacramento. Rick Adelman, he decided that he must have told his guys they were not coming out of the paint. And I'm not kidding. Like, they would stop and just freeze and challenge our guys to shoot. We were frozen. We couldn't play. So I thought, I don't know if that was a game plan or the players on the court was looking at, I hate to throw names out, but the Bo Outlaws and Ben Wallace's and say, shoot the ball. But that, I didn't have a plan for that. I didn't know how to defeat that. That was very difficult.
It was a series of plays with Cleveland this year in the playoffs. It's one play, and it's probably Doc's play that Tyron got it from. I mean, where they would catch it at the elbow, back screen on the other side, DHO. They got every option on that. We spent 2 days on that play and still couldn't stop it. And again, like you said, it helps when you have LeBron James quarterbacking at the elbow and Dellavedova setting those illegal screens the way he was and knocking people off. But they got every option of it, and it wasn't from lack of preparation.
He's going to get fined again?
I don't know. Even now, with the illegal screen.
It's 25,000.
No, it's but no, it was one. That was one series that's fresh.
End of the game, you need a shot to win, to tie, the case may be. If you could sum up your philosophy generally, what are you trying to get? Obviously, just a good shot, but how are you trying to get it?
Well, I think everyone has plays that where you're going to have more than one option, because usually they're going to try to take away one option, and most teams, they know exactly what you're going to. So you're going to three options. You want your primary scorers to get their opportunities from their spots. You might have 2 or 3 actions to get them those shots. But again, a lot of it is based on who that player is.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is getting the ball to the guy that you want to have the ball is, and then however that's going to work. In Dallas, we were going to get the ball to Dirk, and whether it's going to be at the elbow or him coming off a double screen or whatever it was, but you wanted to get how you're going to get the ball to your best player in a position where he could do something with it, and because that's who most of the time you're going to live and die with, and it's a tough decision to use that guy as a decoy. You know, yes. it's a tough. You know, you better be right.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
But I think however you get it done, obviously it depends on if you're down 1, down 2, tie game, whatever it is. But getting that guy where he wants the ball is the most important thing.
Is that the shot you want to get Lillard when you beat Houston on that shot?
Kinda.
9/10 left. A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years!
Yeah, I'm going with that one. I tell you what, I've seen some Kevin Durant gets it at 30 feet and that's a hell of a play.
True, that's right.
You know what I like to do at the end and have like 5 or 6 plays you have the same alignment, because these guys are so good. You throw a alignment out there, they go, hey, watch this guy, they're going to do this or do that. So if I can get 5 plays out of the same alignment, they don't know exactly which one's coming, it helps.
I think the multiple options are key. And, listen, the better players make the plays better. And also the trust, though. Like, if you don't have a shot and there's a guy open and you trust the pass, you really have a good play going.
But also, I think, knowing how the opponent's going to defend the action.
Yes.
Are they switching everything?
As it comes
are
in.
they blitzing? Yeah. You know, are they zoning? What are they doing? And try to take advantage of
the matchup.
Yeah.
I tell you one key, Matt, that I think that's very important is who is that guy taking the ball out of bounds? That is a skill. I mean, I tell you what, there's a lot of times we had to bring guys off the bench who hadn't played in a while to take the ball out of bounds. And I said that's one of the most underrated positions or skill set that you
or who shouldn't take the ball out of bounds.
That's probably better.
Vinny Del Negro, George drew up a play, and he had all kind of moving parts to it, and so we had this option, this option, this option. Then after we go, Vinny goes back to him and goes, who do you want to get the ball? It's like, because he knew he could look off this, but he was going to go where he wanted to get the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
That's important.
What wakes you up in the middle of the night as a coach?
I would say injuries. You know, who are you going to put in that spot? You have a guy that goes down, you know he's not going to be able to go. You get that email at night saying so-and-so may not be able to go. All right, who's going to go in that spot the next night? That's one thing. You know, a couple of losses in a row, and you're down a player, and that keeps me up at night more than anything.
How tough is it to shut it off in the middle of the season?
You're not shutting it off. You can leave the office. You can do whatever it is that you want to do to get away. Yeah, it stays with you. And you know, I think I know as a head coach, it's different than when you're an assistant. An assistant, you making suggestions. As a head coach, you're making the final decision, and you replay the game over and over in your head. And as much as you try to prepare for every possibility, now you're always thinking about, well, I got that one wrong. What could I have done differently? And then you're thinking about the next time, and you know, that'll keep you up at night. You know, and especially if you know it comes down to one possession, you're thinking about all the plays that happened during the course of the game and what you want to do better. But that'll, yeah.
You know, and if you come down the last shot and you don't think you drew a great play up or they didn't execute it, that really bugs me. That you think you let your players down, and that keeps you up.
Yeah, chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's the one thing that keeps me up. Like, I can live
Not
with
the X's and O's.
No, I can live with a bad play. You know, I can live with a good play or a bad play. You live with it. You thought it was the right play. But what keeps me up is when you feel like you may be losing the team, and even it makes you more excited when you think you're getting the team. You know, I think those are the things that I would say probably bother me the most.
That's a good point. But with me, it's after a tough loss, especially if you're able to get to sleep, and then for whatever reason you have to get up in the middle of the night, and then you can't go back to sleep.
No, you don't.
Then you're thinking about it again, and it's
Well, plus my age, I'm getting up 2 or 3 times.
exactly.
So that's what gets me up.
That's a very good point.
Well, I wish you all a very restful season.
How many people
upcoming.
didn't make it last year? What was the percentage?
It was 4 of 6.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I think we're going to do better. I think there are 5 of you for one. I think we're going to do better. Best of luck for a great season, and maybe we'll see you here next summer.
Thank you, Matt.
There you have it.
Matt. Thank you.
Our second edition of Coaches on Open Court from Las Vegas. We appreciate you being there, everybody.